ਕੈਲਗਰੀ ਵਿੱਚ ਅਲਬਰਟਾ ਦੇ ਸਿਹਤ ਮੰਤਰੀ ਜੇਸਨ ਕੋਪਿੰਗ ਸੂਬੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕੋਵਿਡ-19 ਸਥਿਤੀ ਬਾਰੇ ਇੱਕ ਅਪਡੇਟ ਪ੍ਰਦਾਨ ਕਰਦੇ ਨੇ। 12 ਅਪ੍ਰੈਲ ਤੋਂ ਸੂਬਾ 70 ਸਾਲ ਅਤੇ ਇਸ ਤੋਂ ਵੱਧ ਉਮਰ ਦੇ ਵਸਨੀਕਾਂ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਮੈਟਿਸ ਇਨੂਇਟ ਅਤੇ 65 ਸਾਲ ਅਤੇ ਇਸ ਤੋਂ ਵੱਧ ਉਮਰ ਦੇ ਆਦੀਵਾਸੀ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਲਈ ਚੌਥੀ ਖੁਰਾਕ ਦੀ ਯੋਗਤਾ ਦਾ ਵਿਸਤਾਰ ਕਰ ਰਿਹਾ ਹੈ। 6 ਤੋਂ 11 ਸਾਲ ਦੀ ਉਮਰ ਦੇ ਬੱਚੇ ਮੋਡਰਨਾ ਵੈਕਸੀਨ ਲੈਣ ਦੇ ਯੋਗ ਹੋਣਗੇ।
Since last Wednesday, there has been a slight increase in our leading indicators, the positivity rate on PCR tests, and virus levels in wastewater. The wastewater from data from Tuesday, March 29th and Monday, April 4th shows there is more virus circulating in a number of areas. It's not a spike that we saw in late December and early January. And in some centers, we're seeing the data fluctuate around a level that's in between the extremes of the past few months. So it's a concern, and we're monitoring it closely. But it remains to be seen how much more increase we'll see, and in particular, how that will translate into serious illness and hospital admissions. Dr. Hinshaw will provide detailed numbers in a moment, but over the same period, the average positivity rates of PCR tests has been about 26.3%. That is a slight increase from 24.5% that we reported last week. We've also seen the numbers in hospitals hold fairly steady, with a slight increase to 990 compared to 964 last week. However, patients in ICU have also decreased slightly. We can expect some increase in admissions over the next few weeks, but we're well positioned to manage it. First, we have strong protection from our high level of vaccination and from exposure to the initial Omicron wave about 3 months ago. And second, our health system is heading into April with total numbers of admitted patients that are within normal levels for this time of year. The people who work in our hospitals are under strain from 2 years of COVID, no question, and I thank you again for their continued efforts. But the numbers of patients overall are within our normal bed base. Overall, hospital occupancy is currently around 90%, depending on the day. That's similar to the same time of year in the 5 years before COVID. A few of the big sites in Edmonton and Calgary are over capacity, but that is also in line with our experience prior to COVID. The other sites in the two big cities are within their normal bed base and at similar occupancy levels to the 5 years before COVID or lower. The 5 regional centers are also in line with pre-COVID levels or lower. In Red Deer, for example, total inpatient occupancy has ranged from 85% to 95% over the past week. The average is about 90%, which is a bit lower than the same time of year in all 5 years before the pandemic, 2015 through to 2019. The system is delivering near normal volumes of surgery compared to recent years, and the total surgical wait list continues to decline slowly. Most recently, the list was around 74,000. Now, for context, it was close to 77,000 at the beginning of March of this year and about 68,000 in February 2020, just before the pandemic started.